Okay, the first control structure that we're going to look at in Flowchart is sequence, and that's basically one process after another one in order to solve an intended problem. Now the problem that we're going to look at solving is getting two numbers from a user and then adding them together and then displaying the result of the addition of those two numbers. So as we know that algorithms themselves are semi-structured, so there are some structures that we need to put in place in our flowchart. Now the first of these is our terminator. So if we click on our terminator icon and we put it there at the start of our algorithm, and in flowchart that's represented by the following symbol, and it normally has beginning capitals at the start. So we want to get the first number off the user, so that would be an input-output symbol that would be used for this situation. So that's the one where it has the different shaped lines within it. And we just write the instruction for the process, so we want get number 1. And we'll put that below there. And then we want to also get number 2 from the user. So it'll follow the similar format as that what we've created for number 1. So we'll have our instruction is get number 2, and then our process should basically be the adding of those two numbers. So once again, this is a process, so that's described by the rectangular box. So I'll drag that on there, and we'll have our process as add number 1 to number 2. Now when the user would enter in what they want for number 1 and number 2, that is actually stored within memory. So it's kind of like a post office box where it's stored in memory there. And I'll just line these up a bit better. So flowchart itself, we know as well, it has the flow lines. So I'll put in my flow lines there for that one, for that one, and for that one. So as you can see, it flows from the start of begin into get number 1, get number 2, add number 1 to number 2, and finally we wanted to display the results of something like display result. And finally, the last thing that we have to do is we have to end it with a terminator, which is the end. Begin and end, in capitals, end, and we'll just throw in our flow lines for the last two bits. And then we have a solution to a problem where it started with getting number 1 and number 2 off a user, adding them together, then displaying the result. Now that's the solution to a problem in a flowchart algorithm, and we're demonstrating the control structure of sequence, which is one process after another. Thank you.